In this lecture, I am going to discuss the communication process in general, and then I'm going to discuss, the marketing communication process. The only thing is that I'm going to correlate this communication process with the examples, in terms of the marketing. So when we talk about the communication process, basically communication process means sending information from one side to another side, right? And when we say the one side, so in terms of business, the one side is your, of course, your organization, and the other side is your the customer. So when we say the communication process, basically here there are two elements. The one is called the sender, another is called the receiver. What sender does? Sender basically sends a message. So when senders sends message, basically the sender is encoding something, right? And what will happen once the sender encode the message? The same will be decoded by the customers. So here again there is a problem. Either if suppose if everything is good, naturally the way the sender encodes, I will decode the same. But if there is a problem, then might be if company wants to inform something different and I couldn't understand, and I just take it in a different way. So encoding and decoding, there must be correlations. Correlation means if sender is sending something, it must be small, it must be crisp, it must be easy to understand. So it must be valid. Even it should not be deceptive, sort of. Like for example, if I'm talking about the Fair and Lovely cream, everyone is talking about the Fair and Lovely cream, the way that the ad is being shown. But for the market share, if you will see that the most of the people having, they have understood that this company is only cheating public, right? So whatever the way the Fair and Lovely is encoding, the same way customers are not decoding the message, right? But if, like for example, the Geo, or for example the Vodafone I am talking about, right? So whatever company is claiming, the customers are getting the same. So so it means that whatever sender encode, there should be equally correlation between the customers or the receivers decode. And of course, if I talk about any message, so of course this message always go through a particular media or particular media. If I say media, media is a plural form and medium is a singular form. So if I uses two or more than two, the medium, that is your media, right? And the existence of air is very, very important, because in vacuum you cannot talk to anyone, right? So even air is one of the important medium to encode the message by the sender, resulting into the decoding the message by the receiver, right? Now what happens when sender encodes the message with the help of the media, and the receiver also decode the message? Now what happens? Now there is a time to give response. Why I'm talking about the response here? Because the feedback is directly related to the response. If the response is good, only then the feedback will come in a good way. If response is not good, so naturally the feedback will not be in a good way. Fine. So when we talk about the communication process, basically there are 9 elements in that, and the 9 elements are the sender, the receiver, the encoding, the decoding, the message, the media, then response, the feedback. And noise is all about the disturbance, right? Right, whatever the disturbance is, right? That the deceptiveness, this is also a part of the noise, right? If I want to I want to say something and suddenly the light disappears, again that is a part of noise. If someone is creating noise there, and I'm not in a position to listen whatever the message is my message is going to be encoded. Again, this is a part of the noise. This is a part of the noise. So noise basically means the disturbance in terms of the communication process. So the way sender encode the message, and that is not being the decoded by the receiver in the same way, then there arises a question of the noise. So in a nutshell, when we talk about the communication process, so basically the sender encode message decodes by the receiver with the help of the media, right? Receiver, after seeing through the message, gives response could be, after getting the response, the feedback could be in a positive or in a negative. So if I give a positive feedback after getting a positive response, so naturally the same information is being sent it to the sender. If I give a negative response, so again the negative feedback will be given to the sender. So this is all about the basics of the communication process. Next lecture I am going to correlate the communication process with the marketing communication process. For that, thank you very much.